You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, I stumbled upon what I would refer to as more of a bombshell video from some Chicago Sky players sort of breaking what was supposed to be the narrative that Angel Reese put out there about Caitlin Clark fans and how ugly they have been. Well, it seems that Chicago Sky fans got pretty ugly with their own players this year. Now, I'll be the first to tell you, one thing I think this league is experiencing is a influx, and what I mean by this is a great influx of new viewers. Let's be honest. Some of these games got 4 and 5 and 6 times the amount of viewers they have ever experienced. All right? And with that comes a hell of a lot more social media, right? Social media engagement and a few outlying asshole fans. Let's be real. And this is almost a 4-minute video. This is a 3.5-minute video. We're going to watch all of it. And it's pretty eye-opening now that Dana Evans and Isabelle Harrison they just come right out and said it. They took a lot of direct shots, these players did, and you've got to wonder whose fans were, if these were Chicago Sky fans and they were, quote, new fans, whose fans were they exactly that were Sky fans and new fans? I'm just wondering, because you got 2 new players, and I don't think it was Cardoso's fans, who, honestly, I'm kind of a fan of, frankly. I don't think it was her fans that might have been giving them problems. Listen to this.
But I was just speaking, obviously, for us, that it was just a lot of outside noise, where now I feel like we're used to that. We know how to handle that. We don't want to cause anything to distract us. We don't need any distractions on top of just not causing stuff in the locker room. I feel like sometimes you can read tweets and you can read stuff, and that can affect people in the locker room. And just keeping that out, just making sure we stay together as a whole, and we know we got each other's back, and just staying together, I feel like was a lesson for this whole league this year.
Agreed.
Both of you can speak to this. That's an interesting thing, and I don't think it's something I've quite heard a player articulate so far this year. With all the new attention, maybe that's not the right way to put it, but
no, I get what you're saying.
How did you guys experience that? What was the sort of content of it? Like, what was the feeling like? What were you reading, seeing, hearing?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It was tough. I mean, Izzy, I know you can attest to that too. Yeah. It was really tough. I mean, we're professionals. We know that we can play this game. I mean, but when you got people that's steady bashing you, that's supposed to be our supporters, I feel like that was a little slap in the face, and that was hard to kind of deal with. But
it was disgusting.
It was really disgusting. But I always say God does not make mistakes, and I feel like this season really challenged my mental to another level, and I feel like I'm going to be so much better next season, just mentally prepared for everything. And I know, Izzy, you kind of feel that way too.
I've never experienced this amount of hate and harassment this entire season. I get emotional about it because I know Dana went through the same, but it's hard because it should have never been like that. And to go and just want to play basketball every day, and you have people constantly, and if it's online, it's online, but like you now get tagged in it, and I'm constantly having to block people, and just people making narratives up about you. It's hurtful.
It is.
And it's hard to just focus on basketball. And I appreciate the new eyes, but if it comes with hate and bigotry and racism, and even people that look like me bashing you, you can keep it offline, because it's so hurtful, and you don't know how that affects people. So I think that's just something that a lot of new fans need to be mindful of, and we don't want that to carry into the locker room. And
Exactly. And to piggyback on that is, I'm going to say, especially for the people that support the Sky, if you're going to support the Sky, support the Sky. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that was a big issue. And like, I mean, it messes with your mental. I don't care how good you are or what's going on. You're going to see stuff. You're going to read stuff. But it made you a lot better. It made us a lot stronger up here. And we'll be better next year.
You learn from it, you grow from it, you just stay away from it, because it's like, I'm not going to attach that to my name, but there was just so many times that was just a factor and it shouldn't have been, and it's just disappointing that was the case.
What do you put that down to? Where is it coming from? Where is it originating, and why?
The internet is
the internet, and honestly, like she was saying, a lot of our fans were doing that, and it's hard because you just try to stay away from it. And Spoon attested to it so much. Just get off of it. And even when you're off it still happens. So there's times I wouldn't even look at my social media. And that's just such a crazy place to be, because I get so much support from it as well. But when there's so much negativity, you have a job to do, obviously you stay off of it. And it's just like people just run and go with narratives, and it's just so detrimental to a team's success. You just have to block it out. And like we said, continue to do a job, but it's hard when it's like every single day.
You know what I've thought about this team, and I'm going to be honest. I'm going to keep it real here. Let's say Angel Reese wasn't on this team and they just drafted Camila Cardoso, right? And they actually kept Marina Mabrey on this team. Would this team be in the playoffs right now? Because I actually think they would be. I actually think they would have made the team. Because I think you would have had a true, potentially dominant big that can really get rebounds, be very efficient shooting the ball. She shot 50+%. And it was clear. I mean, she had 5 blocks against the Aces. And she would have been a real defensive presence. I would argue this team didn't make the playoffs. In fact, they crashed and burned. I would argue they actually got worse. I got to be honest about that, and I've been sort of vocal about it. And if we want to talk about pettiness, when we're talking about, I saw this morning and was sort of taken aback that Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky organization has gotten this petty. This is the Clark report online. Now, this account covers a lot of Caitlin Clark things. Angel Reese has blocked this account. Brick Center, you got it. Angel Reese blocked this account. I mean, what are we doing here? Still headache. And granted, this is just a small fan account. Chicago Sky blocked this account. The organization blocked it. Gridiron Gauge. This is just a fan account, right? A sports fan account. Angel Reese blocked this account. I had to go check this morning because I was like, am I blocked? Did Angel Reese block me? No, not yet. But I'm sure it's coming at some point. Seriously, Trolls Report. I mean, yeah, you get the name of the account. But the fact that this organization and this player is reaching down to this level to actually just block social media accounts that, let's be honest, these accounts get a lot of engagement, and they are shining a light on this league that it's never had before. And it's weird. I would be like, I don't give a shit what they say. I mean, if I eventually think I'm going to make more money off of it, okay. I mean, it's the internet. God almighty, man. I've told y'all before, there was a time, especially when I was doing more political video, I was getting death threats. It's part of being online. It's comes with the territory, right? But I find it odd and rather eye-opening that Chicago Sky players are saying they're actual fans, not Caitlin Clark fans, but Chicago Sky fans. You saw Isabelle Harrison. She was starting to tear up. By the way, she's a natural beauty. I mean, Angel Reese, okay. That's a nice-looking lady. I mean, seriously. Wow. That sort of breaks your narratives, right? That's not what we've been told. That's not the lies we've been told. Oh, did I say lies out loud? Okay. Interesting. I found that video and I was like, oh, this is not exactly the story that we've been presented with over the last 2 weeks. It's funny how that works. Tell me what you think, guys. I'm very interested. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Thank you guys, as always, for supporting this channel and all of our channels. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.